Action. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome everybody, it's your girl, Majunga Ray. To my right is the one and only Mr. Harvey Lee. To my left is the Debonair Lee Outlaw, and together this trio we make up
Inner City Blues.
Tonight we're going to bring you some information regarding gun violence. That's our topic of the day. But first we'll start off with Harvey's little segment called What Harvey's Going to Say. And he's going to discuss the audacity. And what it is a black slave holding a young white infant. And so the caption reads, after they sold your babies, they made you love theirs. That's pretty deep. What you gonna say about that, Harvey Lee?
Well, speaking of that picture, and I'm pretty sure that some people were like, well, what are you talking about? And what they're referring to is slavery. And how slave masters sold African American children into slavery, and we actually helped raise the slave master kids themselves. That's why a lot of times you see these movies or like TV shows and depictions of them, you'll see that the women are like raising the kids, and the kids grow up and they have affection for the slaves, but still their parents treat them like slave owners' parents treat them like shit, they're still slaves.
Yeah.
So
the children love the slaves more than they love their parents.
So in that sense, it's just like, it's even if you think about it today, and how society, when I say society, I'm speaking of the 1%, which is mainly white, who controls everything that we see in the media and stuff like that. And even with like the depiction of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was given to us from the longest time he was white. And you had black people having white pictures of Jesus Christ in their house and stuff like that. And they never gave us information because if you go back in history and if you read the Bible, the depiction of Jesus Christ as it describes him, he sounds like a black person.
Well, I haven't read that yet. But let me ask you this question in regards to this.
His hair is bronze, and where his feet is bronze, and hair like lamb's wool.
I have to agree because I haven't read it yet. I don't say that I don't believe you, but now let me ask you this question in regards to this image here. Mr. Lee, you can weigh in on it too, but do you think that because of the way they sold the children and then have the slave mothers and fathers, I think there's father in there too. Yeah, holding the white children or raising the white children. Do you believe that is the reason for the disconnect with black families? How it's, you know what I mean? Because if it's handed down from generation to generation that all our kids were sold off, so now we love these white kids, we don't really know how to be affectionate to our own children because we weren't able to do that because of the slavery movement. Do you understand what my question is? Do you think that some of that imaging that was put into our mind trickled down to generations? You know what I mean? That kind of pushed
Us away from our own kids.
You understand what I'm saying?
Connect with our own kids.
Yeah, because of the way from our ancestors or whomever it was, the children weren't raised around their own black parents. They went somewhere else, this and that, and then they weren't able to complete a bond. You know what I mean? Like how it's strong, generation to generation to generation.
Well, I think that played a part, but what happened with the black family is when they pushed the fathers out of the home and had the mothers raising the kids and get the father around to give the young men especially, or even young women, because young women period need guidance for their fathers so they know what kind of man you should want. Like you should not be your dad and shit, and you getting in front of your dad. That's probably what you're
doing at the house.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have your father around. Your father or your mother is a good thing if you don't have good parents. So the disconnect when they took the fathers out of the home, especially when they came over like W-2, you couldn't have a father in the house, because your father couldn't live there.
Yeah. That's something I didn't even think about. But that's something to think about.
Took the discipline out of the home, and you can't. A woman can raise a boy, but she can't teach him how to be a man.
Why do you say that? What does that mean? Mr. Lee, tell me what that, help me understand what he's saying with that. What does that mean? A woman can raise a boy, but she can't teach him how to be. I've heard that over the years, and I'm kind of saying to myself, what does that mean?
Okay, well, first it means like, okay, when God said man for woman and woman for man, we're supposed to be a unit.
Mhm.
Every family is supposed to have a unit.
Okay.
And once you take the man out of the family, there is no unit. There's just the woman. And she can, you know, she can feed the son, she can
And
bathe the
still
son
some
and all
things,
that. Yeah, she can, but she can't instill real male imaging or
perspective.
into it because she doesn't know. And that's like asking a man, you know, to be a woman. You know, no, okay, look.
Caitlyn Jennings.
On the surface,
I'm joking.
yeah, but I'm just saying, but see this is how people get caught up though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of times we think that when we see a man, we think about the hair, the size, and all of that. But when you actually see what men do
Mhm.
today,
Mhm.
they really have the minds of like a 12-year-old. Okay? So we are male, but man is deeper. Man is mind, heart, and soul. So a man would go, like for instance, video games. Okay? There are millions of men or males that play video games.
Mhm.
Okay? But now, if you gonna play a video game 6 to 8 hours a day,
You should
know-
be doing shit besides work 6 to 8 hours a day. That's just because I'm mandatory.
but
Well, I mean, what point are you trying to, what are you trying to hone in on when you say that?
okay, what I'm saying is, we're surface. Most of us are surface dwellers.
Surface dwellers, what does that mean,
You
Mr.
said there's no inner dwellers.
There's no
There's-
inner
there's-
dwellers.
there's-
Wow, is that how you all feel
let me
about
say it like that. Like, there's no substance.
Right.
from the old way to the new way? Is that
No,
what
you're
you
just saying in general being.
mean? Men, oh,
See, like,
okay.
like I said, like a lot of times we'll see big bodies, okay, of males,
Mhm.
and we think they're men because they have hair on their
I
face
get what you're
and
saying.
they're 6'1" or whatever, and they have a size 34 waist.
But the inner of them
But
is not
yeah,
portraying the
right,
man, the outside is the capsule, the
Right,
outside.
because when you get home with the kids, the women are telling the kids what to do, and the man or the male is playing video games with the son more than
Disciplining.
disciplining and talking to the woman to help her give sound grounding
Yeah, yeah.
to the family.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's
It's
really a big
it's
thing.
more to that than what it is, what you're saying, that is more to what you're trying to explain than just a 5-minute statement on
Right.
what it is, okay.
right,
So-
but now just relating to what you were saying
Okay.
about the disconnect because of slavery. Yes, it was systematically done that way.
Okay. Well, you know what, I think that this is a real in-depth topic. That alone is real deep, and you need more time to discuss that, you know what I mean? So you can't just get that out. I mean, I like the opinion of you, the two of you, and your perspective on men. I like your perspective because you're willing to be vulnerable enough to say we're just a capsule, not the inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that being said, I like that, Jim, I really do.
I like the way niggas took over my segment.
But that's, it's just, yeah, what's that mouth do? It don't do nothing. So, let's get on over to our topic of the day. And the topic of the day, the caption reads, gun violence. Will changing gun laws decrease the number of deaths? Mr. Lee, I want you to talk about that. Then we're gonna go to a person off of Facebook that gave us a little input, but we'll talk to the fellas first. So you go ahead, Mr. Lee. What do you think about that? Will changing the gun laws, making stronger gun laws, stop the killings, basically?
I don't really think so.
Right.
Because we have all kinds of laws now, people are still killing.
Yeah.
So that if you really, if a person really wants to kill something or anybody, they're gonna do it. They, you know, okay, you take all the guns away, but if I wanna kill you, I can kill you with a spoon, a fork, you
Yeah.
know what I mean, a brick.
Yeah.
So that is not gonna do it, but what I think needs to be done is, I don't know, like I said, that we have enough laws, I think, but I don't know, yeah.
Just lost for words on that. But you know, a lot of people say it's the parents who are responsible for these children killing, but that's not true.
No,
I
it's
wish
not.
people would stop saying that and
It's
using
not
that as the
all.
caveat for blaming the deaths of, you know, the killings of kids on the parents. I wish they would not
It's
do
not
that.
all parents. The biggest factor with all the violence that we have going on in the world, not just in America, not just black people, but black people, is society.
Yeah.
If you look at social media, TV programming, what do you see mostly of? It's
Sex, lies,
violence.
and videotapes.
Violence, 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 violence. You cannot expect human beings to listen to music that promotes violence, watch movies and TV shows that promote violence, and then go out in the world and not be violent.
That's not true. That's not
Yeah,
true.
I'm telling you what
That's
it's not true.
okay, you can say that for some people.
I'm not
that-
saying everybody.
Okay, well, you gotta make sure you clarify that, because
Right, but some
the three of
people-
us can probably watch this stuff day and, well, I don't know,
Right.
we could get brainwashed at some point, you might.
Yeah.
But just a couple of days of it, a couple of hours of it, you're not gonna go
You doing this
year round, all,
Let's
from
say
a
you
child
doing-
up. Well, yeah,
Let's say
then
you
maybe
listen
that's,
to rap music, watching violent movies since the age of 8. Now you're 29.
mhm,
Every confrontation you probably get into, you're gonna
recall,
solve that with violence. Because it's in your program. That shit go, people are like listening to music and watching TV shows, and that shit doesn't seep into your brain
well,
and
it
alter the way
does,
you act.
it does.
Because it's still
It
different
does,
than people
but-
going to church, and then they, let's say like you're doing drugs and doing whatever. Then they go to church and they congregate with people who are religious. Then they change their life because they went to a different outlet, and the outlet they've been looking at all their life.
Right, well, I appreciate the church shout out.
I don't really church out was
You
giving.
was making a point. Okay, you ain't gotta holler at me. You know,
I holler.
I ain't gonna kill her, but don't push me.
Absolutely. I never saw the church.
I ain't gonna kill her though. No, but you know what, let's go to the streets and see what they say. We have this gentleman, Timothy Cole, and, he has a small business, it's called Meant to Be Karaoke. I can get you the time and days on another show, but he says, in my opinion is that it will only increase, and he put emphasis on increase, the number of fatalities. Everybody's scared and is carrying a gun to protect themselves, and these days there's a lot to protect yourself from. And he says, as a footnote, I never agreed with the whole CCW policy,
What's the CCW?
concealed carry. So what do you think about what he said? Does he make sense to you, Mr. Lee? In that he says it will only
Also,
increase, why would it increase if you change the
I'm
law?
gonna let Lee answer this question, but so what you were saying, when you said it was change the law, you were saying that because our government has made it
More difficult.
legal
Oh, okay.
for people to carry,
Uh-huh.
concealed carry.
Mhm.
So it's not more difficult if you don't have a felony, you can go get a gun.
Well, no, that too, but now they want ID, they want
They
this, they
want
want
that
that, and they just want a whole bunch, you gotta
You get
fill
a
out
gun,
five
You
forms.
can get a gun on the street, and not fill out any of that.
From somebody in the ask me how they gonna slide to you, show me how they gonna slide you the gun.
I ain't even go off on people, I know I haven't seen banging on the street, but I'm not incriminating nobody, but it's easy to get a gun and back a gun. And you gotta go in the store and get the gun. I mean, the gun, you go knock on somebody's door and get a pistol.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead and then fuck with it.
Man, it's just that
The pop gun. Some violence in the studio. Okay, come on, Mr. Lee.
I mean, I agree with him about that the media promotes panic all the time. I mean,
Can come at you wrong.
like when like you said, there's violence everywhere. And what it does is if you see so much of it, it kind of dumbs you down. So two was what's really going on. This is why people can shoot other people and not think
And
it
I
up
think that, yeah.
because it desensitizes you.
Right.
Okay, so it's all about a scare tactic to have people going AWOL so that they can put in more laws and basically it'll turn into martial law.
Let me ask you this question. Why do you suppose, and I'm pretty sure there's killings among other races, but why do you suppose that the African American race is the most highly portrayed for murders? You know what I mean? Why do you suppose that is? Why do you think that they target the African American to make it this race is just a race nobody should be connected with?
Because they
It's okay to kill this black guy and the police officer is out on the street bailing, going to jail, but they killed that Cecil lion and they trying to hunt this Dennis down. They trying to hunt this man down, but you got these police officers who've killed numerous black men. And the recent one where he shot him in the head in the car, did you see that?
I heard about it.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so why do you suppose it's this
Because
target on this African American?
Because it's an agenda.
Okay.
And the agenda is ran by, I keep trying to tell people, our government don't run shit. It's the 1%, the bankers, who run this country, and guess who those people are? And all white people ain't bad. I'm not ever gonna say that. But the people, Caucasian, crackers, peanut butter jelly, whatever you wanna call them, the people that's in charge of all this, it's an agenda to have us look bad. If you can kill a lion, which is an animal,
Do you think
and
it's
we all
jealousy?
are animals, but you can shoot another living, breathing human being in the head, and you don't go to jail for it, and you make up all these different excuses. That is insane, and it's sad to say that. Could it be jealousy? Yeah, because of course, the powers that be want to keep us at 13% of the population. White people are so scared.
Black
Well,
people are
their race
convinced.
dying.
Yeah.
And we're gonna lose our race and it's gonna be more. Who gives a fuck? Do you know what the world would look like if blacks and whites and all of us is not integrated and have the same thing? Racism will around the world because we all look alike.
Let me tell you something. I am a firm believer of where there is peace is always hate brewing. You believe that? There's always hate brewing wherever there's peace. So I don't believe it'll ever be peace.
That's the yin and yang theory.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, okay, like, it's so much to that. But like, first of all, I want to say, I don't agree with you, Harvey, in the sense that we're all animals. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let me wait a minute before you disagree. Can you clarify what you mean by we are animals? Do you mean
When I say that we are animals, I'm not saying that we are like lions and tigers and bears. I'm not saying that.
or puppies?
But we are. When I say we are all animals, we are all animals. We are just more highly intelligent than monkeys and lions, but we're animals. Lions have hearts, kittens. The same thing. That's why they try to like say that all monkeys are so close to being humans, and some people even say that we came from monkeys. No, we didn't evolve from monkeys. We evolved from monkeys. There's one still be monkeys running around this motherfucker. All I'm saying is that we are all animals. Sometimes we behave like animals.
Okay.
You got white people that behave
I'm
barbaric too.
talking about people in general.
Just people as a whole.
Okay, but see, no, okay, like, I still disagree because animals are animals and humans are human. Now, we're supposed to be human, okay? But we're acting like animals most of the time.
Okay.
You see, because when we were all created, we were put here to like take care of the land, the world, okay? And animals, we use them. We're supposed to have them and use them with food and all this kind of stuff.
But then I thought we was in
the Bible,
it said we were supposed to eat meat first.
Okay, but at the same time, that was the Old Testament, and then Jesus came into the New Testament, so that changes all kinds of different things. You know what Jesus was the awakening or the opening of the New Testament, because the Old Testament also said 949, but then at the end of it, it turned into Jesus said no, not 949. Forgive your brother.
Give mercy.
That's what it turned into.
See, that's why it's hard for me to follow organized religion, because the Bible been plagiarized and this way.
Okay, but you have to,
but this is the
you have to
thing, though.
take it into the context that you're gonna understand.
And this is the thing right here. Okay, look. That goes without saying.
Okay.
King James was the person that had all the money. So this is why the Bible is called King James, because he had all the money and he said, I want to keep this and I want to disperse it. So, but at the same time, the Bible has been plagiarized a billion times because people are always changing things.
They want to make it fit who they
Right,
are.
what they want to
Right.
do.
We've
They
had
even
this
have
discussion
a gay Bible.
But then how,
Okay,
how do we know what's real?
Check this out. It's principles, man. Like for instance, if you look, check it out. When you do something wrong, does a person really have to tell you that you did it wrong, or don't you know it yourself?
But then they go on different. Yeah, you do, but certain people think certain things is wrong, and certain people don't.
You know what?
That's a fine line between what's wrong and what's
It's because of the way. But see, they can say that a lot of times. They'll say that as a scapegoat to keep doing what they're doing. Okay, and it's about principle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a man having 5 wives instead of 1 wife is wrong.
It all depends
To
on
a
the
degree.
culture. It all depends on the
And
culture.
the culture, like you said, the culture, and then at the same time, because in the Bible, there was a time when a man could have many wives, but it said that the man had to take care of all the wives. Okay? If you buy one wife a refrigerator, buy the other one a refrigerator. Like that. But what happened was, we as men started just doing it and like, well, fuck her, and then when she come to you with the baby saying, well, the baby's needed, well, I ain't got that. But you go over there and give it to the other wife.
Okay, here's the
So then
question.
it turned into a problem.
And I don't want to do too much of the Bible. You know what happened. People talk about religion.
Yeah.
I was having a discussion the other day with 2 guys out at the gym. And they was talking about Bible and Jews and this and that. And my question to them was, we're not from this kind of originally.
You mean black people?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
We didn't have Bibles in Africa. We worshiped rocks, animals, stuff like that.
I think I read that one of the
Yeah, that's
white
what we
people
do.
took the Bible
God-
over there and used it
The
wrong.
slave owners gave us the Bible.
Oh, no.
But they
Okay,
took
but
out
check
the
it
parts
out.
that took out the parts that made it
Okay.
good for them,
So
and then
we
they.
were-
Check it out. They did it to a degree. Because check it out. The first university was in Africa. Okay? So they did write stuff down. See, this is what I'm saying. This is where the plagiarism comes in at. If I come to your house and steal your stuff, what am I gonna do? If you got Harvey on there, I'm gonna scratch all that off and put me on there. And then so when you come and say, well, I said, no man, this is mine. See? And you said, what about that? I said, no, it fell. So then what do? This is why we don't have, they own all the TV stations and all this.
Right.
So then you can perpetuate
Whenever you
those
go, I
lies.
totally agree with you on that.
But you know,
My whole question,
You-
when I talk about religion to people, and when I question religion, I question the Bible, most people think that I'm questioning or saying there's not a creator, there's God.
Right.
It's not what we do. I believe that there's a creator, and I believe there's something that created all of us. God's, whatever, man, whatever.
whatever you want to call it.
But then I also ask myself, where the hell are the dinosaurs and the cavemen in the Bible? Because it's proof that they were here.
Okay.
There's no proof that Jesus was here.
Yes, there.
What?
Yes,
There's no bones.
Yes, there
This nigga got on the left, he died, he rolled on the third day, disappeared.
Wait a minute. Yes, they do have those things,
What-
but they're probably in like the Smithsonian or
What you're
some
saying
stuff
is
like that.
saying problem.
But see, this is the
But-
thing,
but
they don't
I'm
want you to
saying-
know
I'm
that.
saying
They
that
don't want you to know that was
because
proven
I
by
have
God. They
been
don't
to the
want you to know that.
Smithsonian.
See, they really don't want you to know that black people are intelligent.
Right.
Now, let me say this, like, last month, we went on vacation, and we
Nigga, what does
stopped,
that do, John?
listen to what I'm getting ready to say, nigga. We went on vacation, and we stopped in this town, and it was a community, just all white people, they had their own little market, their own little gas, little general store, you know, the houses.
A little hit town.
A little town, but it was their town, and then I said to myself, you don't know one area that I know, I won't say in Milwaukee, in Wisconsin, because I don't know, where there's a black community, where they have their own little school, their own little store,
No,
their
they
own.
won't allow it.
Do you know what I'm saying? You don't see black
America
people.
won't
I
allow
don't understand why black people don't want to come together and make a community.
it. Because we've been brainwashed.
Now let me ask you this question, and Mr. Lee, you probably can help me on this. When they dropped the bomb in Tulsa, Oklahoma, back in 1949, I believe it is, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. Do you believe that? Yeah, they swept that all the way under the rug. But do you believe that because they did that, that's dismantled the hope of the black people of ever? You know, they fear now. Okay, we fear now. We're not going to be able to do our own communities because we fear that it's going to be destroyed. The government is going to allow for people to come and drop bombs and kill. But I'm saying, but why hasn't anyone tried to formulate something like that to create that?
We do, but like Harvey was saying, they always find a way to shut it down. Okay, but they can't kill the hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's all
love to
about
start.
God. That's all about faith and all of that. But like he says, a lot of times when we try to do anything, they're gonna find a way to say it's wrong.
And other than, and also, us as black people,
We
have been
Take your time.
traumatized. Well, because I want to say, when black people do something,
we always the other
we always got another black person
trying to put you
come
down.
along and fuck it up.
And but you
Okay, I got my
you
my
know why
cuss
that you know why that is though.
It's systematic.
You're right.
What does
I agree with you.
systematic mean?
Right. That
What
means
does that mean? What's
it's,
systematic?
it's just like slavery. Slavery was a systematic tool used to divide and conquer others. They already knew, because like I said, like years ago when Jimmy the Greek, which was a sports commentator, said that the reason why the black men on the football field are so fast and strong and all of this kind of stuff athletic is because they were bred that way. Okay? And that came from slavery. And what did they do to him for telling the truth? They fired him. And he ain't never been able to come back.
So you know, I don't know why do you hate when the black person come on
It was a white man. It was a
or
white man.
whoever, but why do you hate when we say the truth or
Because
somebody
America
says the
doesn't
truth
want
and
to
shut
fight.
it down? They don't wanna-
Because it's, there you go, it's just like Jack Nicholson said in 2 movies, and he said some prolific things in those 2 movies. I don't know how many people was listening, but I always listen to stuff like that.
What is that?
When he told Tom Cruise in A Few Good Men. He said, no, that was in Batman. He said, when the dude, when Tom Cruise said, yelled at him and said, I want the truth. And then Jack Nicholson said, you can't handle the truth. And that's the truth. And then the other one, which was a Batman movie. And there was a scene in Batman where he said, this town needs an emblem. Okay? And that's what's going on. You know, and what people need to understand is that we always talk about the government like it's esoteric, like it's God.
It's not.
But it's not God.
Okay,
It's just old men, usually.
old money.
Yeah, old money, that are just sitting around all day brainstorming on,
How to get rid of somebody.
or how to
Change
keep
something.
them out of this and them in that. Or whatever.
My grandchildren,
Yeah,
our
but the
generation.
crazy thing about that is that we honestly believe, working class folks, that there's a difference. And it really is. We all the same. Motherfuckers that live in Tulsa. They slaves because you doing this. You are working, going to a job, paying into the debt that you created by getting married, by buying a house, etc. We are all just, and they keep giving us propaganda on TV and social media that all black people, white people, this is coming. It's not, because the world came to an end to this day. Every white person that lives in the suburbs, if there's a bunker where to save the universe, well, not the universe, but to save American human race, you think that the people from the suburbs are able to go in there and get in there?
I'm not gonna follow
Yes,
you,
what I'm
I
saying is
I'm
that-
over the space land.
If the world came to start to come to an end,
Mm-hmm.
and they're saying, I honestly believe that they're all like bunkers that they dug underground.
Not for
To save
us,
them. Not for us, when you say black people.
or you just
White
saying,
people ain't going either. The
Well,
government,
okay,
the
now it hit
the
me,
people who are in charge,
it's their stuff.
is their stuff.
Okay, so,
okay, but
okay,
now,
okay.
some of them are white
Okay.
brothers and sisters, or some of them are gonna be in those bunkers. You know why?
Like
See,
who?
but the ones that have the money to create the bunkers.
That's
See,
what
because
I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying, I'm saying not the
I'm
regular
talking
poor
about
whites and the
Oh,
poor, and
oh,
the old blacks and the poor whites, they're not gonna be in it, just the richy riches and the people that are making the rules, the ones who can say,
Yeah.
that's who's gonna get it. Well, you know what? Again, this is another topic.
Hold on, I know it was supposed to be a rapper, but this is.
Well,
got-
no,
we got
I
some
gotta
more.
get your final take, you know,
We got some
let me do your final take on it, and again, like I was saying before I was interrupted, this is a topic, and then we got off the subject of the gun violence, so, you know, we surely segued, but it was good. But what I'm saying is, these are topics that are gonna take more than just a 30-minute segment, you know what I mean? These have to be continued, because this is real life stuff, and people need to hear this, you know what I mean?
this is
So-
why, excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yes, you did.
So, but with all of that being said, whomever looks at this episode
Mm-hmm.
and things like that, can y'all please sit in and tell us what y'all think and what y'all want to see more of and all like that, because it's important for
Yeah.
us to know.
The
And,
feedback is good.
and we want to be a good show. You know what I mean? We want to know, so
Yeah.
do that.
So let's do this, let's do this. What is your final take now? You can talk about the gun violence, or you can talk about what we segue into, which I don't know what that topic was, we just went on over there. Religion popped over there, religion, yeah, so, I mean, so what's your take on the gun violence as it is, as it stands with you, what do you think?
I'm gonna say an old saying that people always say is the truth.
Okay,
Guns don't kill people.
yeah,
And
sure, yeah. that's
with
true.
that being said, I'm gonna take it a little bit further.
Okay,
In Money Talk with Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen,
mm-hmm,
he said, guns don't kill people. Stupid people with guns kill people.
yeah,
And that's what's happening. And with that being said, too, I want to tell every black person out here that's killing people, killing us, stop that stuff. And I was gonna cuss, but I stop that, because it makes us look bad. And
do you honestly think they care if it makes us look bad?
well, I think
Some of them don't care,
I think
some of them don't care.
well, them they gonna end up falling off from the wayside and get killed themselves anyway.
For the revolution to start for black people,
You know.
please know. And when I say this, and I mean this,
From the bottom of
bottom of whatever,
it. Mm-hmm.
some of you niggas don't like that. Everybody ain't gonna make it. And it's gonna be
I'm gonna
us.
be with the clipboard.
And it's gonna be
no,
us.
you look like you
Yeah,
might
and I
kill
let you
two
look.
people.
It's gonna be us, and you can call it black on black crime, but for the revolution to really start in the black community, some of these niggas gotta go.
You know what? I got one quick question. Our producer tells us to wrap it up. He's yelling at us. Y'all can hear him yelling at us. Why do you suppose that the killers or the ones that are doing the most violence and doing the most killing are getting younger and younger? Really quick, 1 second, 2, 3 seconds, 2, 3 seconds. Go.
I think they're getting younger and younger because the higher ups know that when a kid is involved, the system, the legal system is gonna be a little bit lenient.
No, they ain't
So
being
that
no
push
lenient,
rate-
they ain't being lenient, they give these kids hundreds of years at 15, so I don't disagree with you on that one. What you think about that,
The
right?
reason why it gets younger and younger is just due to parenting.
I can't stop saying that.
No, it
I don't
is.
like when you
If
say
your
it's
mommy and
parenting,
daddy-
because if,
If your mommy and dad ain't showing you, it's not all parents, I'm not. see,
okay,
when
you
I
need to say
parenting,
that, you gotta say
Well, I don't mean
some lag
parenting
in
as a whole,
parenting.
because that's the truth, yeah, you can come on, but I'm not, you can't.
You gotta make sure you state
When I
that
say,
right though,
when I
because,
say things, I don't mean,
or
not
everyone.
general, I don't mean everyone.
But you
Because it's
know me, I
always
like to
good
be clarified.
everywhere. Some parents shouldn't have kids or
That's
be able
true.
to parent. And also society, social media, TV
Yeah.
programming helps contribute to that because as technology grows and more information that these kids are
Exposed.
exposed to, especially
Yeah.
if they're able to suffer with you 8 years old, you're not yourself home.
You
I don't know now.
you 15 years old, you don't need to be on Facebook.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
So it's exposure. It's exposure, parenting, society, it's a lot.
it's a combination of things, it's like.
And white people kill white people too.
But they
Most
ain't
white
showing
people,
that,
they just ain't showing it.
They
Most
ain't
white
showing
people that die, get killed about other white people.
yeah.
And white people kill in groups instead of singly. So don't act like they don't add up.
That's
They
what
got
says
a white
that's
person
singly.
kill 8 people at one time, make a.
and then another,
And then they say we was mentally disturbed, but let that be a black dude that go on a movie theater and shoot it up.
and the thing,
They ain't gonna say he mentally disturbed.
and part of that too is like the system, because like whenever you take the power away from parents that are really trying to
Yeah,
be
cause you can't even
real
whoop kids
parents.
anymore.
You know what I mean? I ain't talking about the people that are abusing kids or
Right,
whatever,
it's a
but I'm
difference.
talking about the parents that are really trying to be
Discipline.
good parents.
Yeah,
If you take that away from them, then you're letting the kids run
And
wild,
then
so
they
the
say
system
the
can
parents-
kill them,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
You know what, I saw something, then we're gonna close it out. Somebody said the same laws that prohibit you from spanking your kid is the same laws that allow a white cop or whoever to kill that kid. I read something like that, and I thought, oh, that was pretty deep. I don't know if it said that exactly, but it was just saying, your law saying don't raise our children with the discipline, spanking them and stuff, but if we don't, then you blame us for not doing it. You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
one thing that can change all this, I mean,
okay. Yeah, the
Yes.
kids do gotta take them.
Yes. whites, blacks, Puerto Ricans, whatever.
Yeah,
If we just start treating each other, just like human
you
beings.
keep saying that.
It's the truth, but that's what we
I
are.
understand where you going, but you know
Skin don't
what?
mean shit, because if we.
Ain't
if
nobody
you need a blood
trying to hear that.
transfusion,
Ain't
if you
nobody
need a
trying
blood
to hear that.
transfusion for Jonathan.
Some people are just.
So white,
I'm
the only
saying,
only
you know,
blood
that-
type that can match you as a white person, you gonna tell me you're not gonna take that blood? We all that shit.
have a problem with white
How
people,
you
so
think you can take an organ from a black person and put it in a white person?
they would
Because
want
we all
it,
are
because they
saying
would think that they would turn to black, you know?
Let's do that.
Well, some of them do,
You got so upset, didn't you?
That's the dumb shit in the world. I think this kid is my skin.
But you know, that's how they think.
but some of them are that ignorant, just like some of us
Yeah.
are that ignorant.
If they take the white, they might get rich if they take the white.
3
50, right?
years ago when I was in the hospital, when I had cancer in my hip surgery, I had 7 blood transfusions.
Oh, wow.
I don't know where any of that blood comes from. I don't know who it was.
And you don't care.
All I know is I'm still here. So bring on blood.
It's them
When
says
they
he's
breathe,
gay
we
blood.
all-
Blood can't be gay.
Yes, it would be like, we all-
Well, you know what, everybody, that's our show. These
So-
two gentlemen, I love these. Mr. Lee, you know what, you're a smart dude. I like you.
That's that old ass weird. That's old ass shit.
Mr. Lee all good, but hey,
He
you
was a
know,
guy, he was a guy or something.
you know what's happening. You know where to hit us at. Facebook, Twitter, emails. We like
Check
your
your Twitter.
feedback.
Check your goddamn Twitter. That's what all of them.
You know what,
On your Twitter. And if you ain't got Twitter, get you some Twitter.
With that being said, that's it. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. We signing out, America.
Vice Lord.
You know what, you two clowns. When I put this up, that